Slime your pizza on the ground and bounce around like you're a jackal. You know who you are. Don't dive into camp on dive, or you'll burn alive. John Con is spread, taking down cyber time. What can't get a time? You can do whatever you want. Do what you gotta do. Whatever you do, don't push into the pizza warmer.
That dinosaur done crouched over that pizza!
The Spinelli Slam! Slime your pizza on the ground and bounce around like you're a jackal. You know who you are. Don't dive into camp on dive, or you'll burn alive. John Con is spread, taking down cyber time. What can't get a time? You can do whatever you want. Do what you got.
Fresh slices, cheesy and nice, coming from the oven. It's party time, support your homeboys and your crazy cousins. We came here to eat, we're not leaving until we're stuffed. And there'll be nothing left, nothing steak, not even a crust. All aboard for a fat boy trip, and you can call me captain. Don't forget the paper plates and the stack of napkins.
Like, did not meet my threshold.
Party songs! Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh my God. Welcome to Joey Royale's Pizza Party. We are starting off hot this month. Look at this. We brought everybody down. Nan is out tonight. She went to bingo, so I can't have the guests wait upstairs. So we brought him down to the Mozzarella Mausoleum. Look at these beautiful people. I got my right-hand man and my left-hand man, Neon Lord of the Toxic Wasteland, with us. Bri, how you doing, pal?
I'm doing fantastic. Joey, how are you?
I can't complain because I got two beautiful men in my basement. Dark guy Tony, dark guy Jay, the Mystic Punks. I've been dying to have these guys in the clubhouse. First time caller, long time listener to both of you. How are you guys doing?
Oh my God, amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much for having us on, Joey. This is the mozzarella mausoleum.
Yeah, you can smell it in the air.
I can. It's absolutely.
It's the soupy hanging.
Yeah.
I want to talk about some sandwiches later because
We're
I had
gonna talk about sandwiches. Listen, we're gonna go through everything. You guys got 5 hours. It's gonna be beautiful. We're gonna talk about everything from conception to your possible death.
Tell me about your parents.
Hard stop at 2 a.m.
Yeah, I'm stopping at 2 a.m. I got to work at 3. All right. So we're going to be talking about one of the coolest games to come along in a long time, Mystic Punks. Now, everybody out there in Spaghetti Land, yeah, there it is. Look, a beautiful picture of it. You know what we do around here, all right? Us sewer rats, we're weirdos, and we love that, and we champion that. And what we do is we go out and we find other weirdos. We actually find ourselves, we magnetize. And so it's an honor to have the Mystic Punks here. They're really part of the crew. We're going to have a blast. The rest of the crew, Dr. Metal can't make tonight. He's with his kids. Luscious Levi's with his kid. So, and you know what? Congratulations to those guys for being good fathers and making the time for their kids. So God bless them. Same with our friend Tiger Wizard. He's got stuff going on too, but we're gonna talk to. He's gonna speak through me in a little bit. We're gonna do a little bit of channeling. But before we go into the guys, humor me for a minute. We're gonna get into the crypto cool. Crypto cool here at Joey Royale's Pizza Party, where I tell you or show you some things, a good old fashioned show and tell that I've picked up recently that really adds to the sauce. That is my creativity or my attempts at creativity that might inspire you as well. So let's start. Listen, if you know me, I talked about this lately. I just got Marvel Unlimited a 2 months ago. Blew my mind. Now, growing up, I love comic book superheroes, but I was more of the cartoon and toy guy. I didn't really have the money or the back and forth to keep up with comics. And I'm a collector, so like even as a kid, I'm like, I can't get into this yet because I'm going to be missing something. So Marvel Unlimited, I'm in a renaissance right now, all right, of my inner 12-year-old of getting back into comics the real way. I'm hitting the Claremont X-Men run hard, baby, hard, doing a couple of those a day, right to the main line, right? But then I'm picking up, I found my niche, as they say, all right? With the help of Dr. Metal, I found my niche. I said, Doctor, that's what I call him. I call him Doctor. I said, Doctor, what's like a Joey Royale thing, all right? And he brought it up last time, and I can't get enough of it. Killraven, War of the Worlds, all right? Marvel. These are these weird titles from Marvel that it's just incredible. Futuristic, but also classic fantasy. It's H.G. Wells. So H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds, but add a barbarian and a bunch of guys and gals with them, featuring, the very attractive mint-skinned Mint Julep. Big fan. Oh, she's up with Elvira for Royale. Love her. Yeah. So there's that. I've been, Ghost Rider, the original Ghost Rider.
Phenomenal.
But for some reason, Marvel Unlimited cut me off at like issue 76. I'm right in the midst of the good stuff. But you know what? It's nice because it's making me go out and picking up the physical copies too. So it's inspiring me to go to my local comic book store and support them as well. So it's reciprocity there, folks. For example, this was just on the rack the other day.
This is a reprint.
Yeah, isn't this cool?
Yeah, I got the omnibus, the ROM omnibus.
Yeah, but it's awesome that you can get that. Look,
it's awesome. I love how they're reprinting them.
For the cover,
and the ads are still in it. Phenomenal.
Yeah,
stuff.
they got all the Hostess. They got the popsicle. I love that. Isn't that neat? They're reprinting these.
Amazing.
You get the Dazzler one, Brian?
Of course.
No.
With the foil cover.
I read the Dazzler too.
And I got the Dazzler omnibus. It's like that big.
Yeah, yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
Speaking of
Who
Killraven,
holds the rights to the ROM?
Remco.
Not Marvel, because this is not Marvel Unlimited anymore.
Remco.
Yeah, like cut a deal. Cut a Sony-like deal. We need a Disney Plus show ASAP.
Also,
That's
Hasbro.
Hasbro.
Wow.
Evil.
Oh, I didn't know.
That's
That's
why
why
we
Marvel
needed
Unlimited doesn't have G.I. Joe. It doesn't have ROM. So those kind of those licenses are not available yet. But oh man, the one that's really getting me though, whatever
What?
knows fear burns at the touch of man.
Of course.
Holy cow! What a lump! I love the guy, Jay. I know. I'm guessing from some stuff that I saw, some pictures in some of your nom de plumes. You're a big fan of Hedora. Is that correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Yeah. Okay. Boom. I'm psychic. I'm like Walter Mercado over here, but like I'm really into those guys now. The effects of man on nature. What is it? The Blue Oyster Cult. History shows again and again how nature points out the folly of men. Because, listen, right back at you, a left and a right.
There you
This,
go.
Classic.
this.
I don't.
When I go and they write the obit, this is one of the things. And he loved Alan Moore's Swamp Thing. Forget about any other accolades. He loved Alan Moore's Swamp Thing. I can't get enough of this stuff. So
I have a
that's
close friend who swears that Alan Moore is just merely a good fan fiction writer.
Oh, could be.
That's
Yeah, it's like give us everything.
Whoa.
Give us everything we would want. Sure, no problem. I'll have. So,
Okay.
listen,
I know
beautiful.
Sally. You said Sally might be watching on the stream. I have been trying to convince Sally that we need to do a Swamp Thing, Man Thing romance comic.
Oh my God! I'll write the intro and I'll kiss the first page. That's wonderful. Speaking of Sally, and speaking of Hambone, look what came in the mail. Oh my God!
Look.
Now Hambone and Gio Colazzo do something very special. Well, first of all, let me get into this. All right, everybody, don't be stupid. Buy the Hotel Exorcist. Buy anything through 321 RPG, 321 Action RPG. It's cool because this is one of those games that even if you don't have 5 people around the table, I read this at night. You can read these like a book, It's almost like you choose your own adventure. So it's got double the value because you can have fun by yourself with it, and then it runs beautifully at the table. You sit down, and as long as you got a pencil, you can start the game right away. All right, it doesn't take a genius to run the 3-2-1 action system. So this just came out. Beautiful artwork throughout. On the inside, you get this. Look at this. This is gorgeous, guys.
Oh.
Yeah, the Ravenloft inspired that.
Oh yeah.
And Brian, that's a good point. You open this up, man. There's Easter eggs left and right. And look, they even added that extra touch.
Ooh.
They put those stickers on.
Yeah.
Put the stickers in there. So you put your name on it, so nobody steals it. So that's some really cool stuff. And we're going to talk about a very inspiring, beautiful product that just came out called Battle Binders.
Oh boy.
All right. But before we get into that, in honor of that, I wanted to share something that gives me a lot of inspiration when I'm doing creatures. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, I'll start out with the poster boy, Battle Beasts. Remember these guys? Fire, wood, water. Speaking of water, this guy was always my favorite. He doesn't have the thing because he was in the tub with me last night. And then I always loved this guy. Never had him as a kid, but I got him recently. He's got the thing in the eye. He can see through you. He's got the little tiny wings. Who knows what this guy can do? He's a weirdo. And then I used to love this one as a kid. Not only does he have the sickest shades in the world, he got the macho shades, but he's got a drill hand.
Drill arms are the thing. That's a vibe.
Yeah. Who is the veterinarian that put this guy together? Beautiful. God bless him.
So you dare say Battle Beasts over Monsters in My Pocket?
No, I mean, there's enough room at the table for all of them.
This is what I do. I pit things against each other.
I know. You're very competitive.
Well, something always has to be the best.
Yeah, the guy who wanted to win the Goodman Games, the DCC contest. You're a million miles away. These boys, yeah. Anyways.
Hey, I came in second. Lost by 3 votes.
I want to. We're gonna get into the
first place.
Yeah,
you're first place loser.
Okay, all right, thanks.
We're gonna get into my wisdom check in a minute, but I just want to tell you guys a quick story because I thought about all of you out there in Spaghetti Land. I went for a walk again. I've been doing this more. I'm getting out on Saturday mornings. I gotta get the weather's getting nice. And I live next door to this beautiful old farm that they turned into a park in town. And I told you last time how I heard the train and it woke me up and all that. But this time I want to tell you something else. It's a quick one. I was walking the dogs, right? I got these 2 dogs, Vinny and Rocco, of course. I got Iris too. I'm walking 2 of the 3. And I'm down there, and I see a couple of dogs, and they're off their leashes. I said, all right, kiddos, let's go the other way. They look like a little nuts, and my dogs are crazy, too. There's this one path, the alternative. I'm like, that one's boring. That one goes to a neighborhood. I want to go in the woods. What do I do? I said, why the hell? What am I doing? A path. I went off the path, and there's this circle of pine trees right? And there's a clearing, and me and the kids always call it the witches area. That's where the witches live when they were little. So I said, I never even walked over there, but I took a picture of it. It's in the WHPA Corzine and all that. You can look in there. But I said, let me go over there and let's take the dogs through there. And when I went over there, it was neat. It was 11 o'clock, beautiful Saturday morning, but it got dark, because the pines are over. It got kind of spooky. And then I started to see all these other old trails that were not used anymore. And I started to follow them. Like, this is neat, off the beaten path. And something caught my eye. A flash of a bright red, as red as Jay's shirt there. No, it wasn't Jay's shirt. Those sleepovers are for another time. But it was a rocket. It was a rocket ship. No joke. Like a model rocket.
Yeah.
Are you talking like the ones that you put the engine, like the
yeah. The ones that you tape a cricket to and send it up into the sky. Yeah. And I'm like, oh man.
I thought you went to therapy for that.
Yeah. But I started thinking to myself, this is telling me something. This is that great hum. I went off the beaten path and I found a rocket. And I started to think, you know how our minds work. If you're watching this show, I know your mind works the same way. You start thinking, what is this? I'm like, oh, maybe it was a rocket ship of, immediately, like, what zine is this going to be? Or what adventure is this going to be? You guys are shaking your heads, Like, oh, maybe it was like these aliens and they went into the woods, and that's where elves came from, like little woods people. But it was just neat, And then I went home and I told my family, and Elvis, my son's like, Dad, don't you remember, like, when we first got the house, like 7 years ago, we set one of those things off in the yard with Pop, and we could never find it. I said, holy cow, maybe that's it. And then I go home. I'm having my coffee. Everybody's getting ready. They're in the shower, wasting all the hot water, running up my water bill. So I'm sitting on the couch reading this book I just picked up at the Book Barn. Neil Gaiman's The Ocean at the End of the Lane. Talk about synchronicity. Great book. Really cool, quick read. Kind of fairy tale-ish. Poignant, pretty cathartic about the loss of childhood, kind of. But I open up the book to this page. I'm sitting it. I kid you not, guys, the same day. And I'm on this. Adults follow paths. Children explore. Adults are content to walk the same way hundreds of times or thousands. Perhaps it never occurs to adults to step off the paths, to creep beneath rhododendrons, to find the spaces between fences. I was a child, which meant that I knew a dozen different ways of getting out of our property. What could that mean for us? Sure, there's Robert Frost. I like Gaiman's take on it. The path less traveled. Maybe you'll find a rocket. Maybe you'll find the space elves. I dare you. I dare you. Take a different path one of these days, be it literally or figuratively. I've said this before. I've told my friends, one of my favorite things to do is after I go grocery shopping, I take the long way and I go behind the Stop and Shop. There's just something weird. The behind the stores. We always see the front, the beautiful facade. I like to, like Tales from the Dark Side, how it spins, You look for that negative space, finding the fantastic in the mundane. So that's my little sermon for you. Get off the path, all right? Go somewhere else. Go find yourself. Speaking of, let's go find ourselves with our tarot card of the month from the Garbage Pail Kids Tarot. I pulled this for all of you last night. Let's see what it has to offer. Totally random. I swear in my mother's eyes. Yesterday, I pulled it out. This is the 8 of Coins reversed. Let me see if you can see it there. I love this tarot set. And of course, it's so fitting because, ladies and gentlemen, you can't see it. That's New Wave Dave, one of my favorite Garbage Pail Kids from the 2nd edition. Reversed. 8 of Coins. When reversed, this tarot card symbolizes perfectionism to the point of it becoming unhealthy. Listen to this, all you nuts out there. You're so focused on micromanaging the details that you've lost sight of the bigger picture. Chill out, dude. Demanding so much control will only stress you out and lead to disappointment. boy, isn't that the truth. I got 2,000 books on a boat coming from China right now. And the thing on my mind, other than the tariffs and all that, is the typos. There's going to be typos. Bry and I talk about this all the time. Bry has been awesome about, typos, and he's got a great community pointing out typos and how he fixes them and all that. It's done. There's nothing I can do about it. All right. And who the hell wants a perfect zine or a perfect book anyway? I like my action figures scuffed up.
Yeah. Typos are your anti-AI stamp of approval.
Very nice.
Good.
Yeah.
So all the 6 million people watching this right now are all going back to their stuff before it gets to mix them, and they're throwing in some mistakes so we don't get the AI.
Yeah, I don't know. Typos are whatever to me. I know a lot of people harp on it sometimes, but it doesn't bother me because I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't even know how to write as it is. I'm just writing from the heart. I'm not writing from the brain.
Well, never stop me from having a good time.
Exactly.
What'd you say, Jay? I'm sorry, I spoke over you.
Yeah, typos don't bother me because I don't read.
Just don't read, period. Yeah,
they bother Andrew. That's his big pet peeve.
Okay.
I want to say hi. I just
he's probably watching what's going on.
I just clicked onto the chat it's nice to see all of our friends. How we doing, everybody? Great to see you. Hey, while you're in there, let us know what are some of the weirder comics that you've enjoyed throughout the years. I got a big thing for 70s Marvel, Tomb of Dracula too. Love that. But this is the other thing, guys, synchronicity. So I pulled that card after I found this piece from Seneca, last part of our wisdom check, and then we'll get into the good stuff. This is from Seneca, and it's just the synchronicity. It lined up with the tarot card and vice versa. Here's what he says. The mind must have relaxation and will rise stronger and keener after recreation, just as fertile fields must not be forced. Without fallow periods, their richness is soon exhausted. So, incessant labor will crush the mind's elan. A little respite and relaxation restores the mind's energy, but unrelieved mental exertion begets dullness and languor. He also says, I added this one on, it is important to withdraw into oneself. Association with a different sort of people unsettles ideas made orderly, reawakens passions, and aggravates mental cankers not yet thoroughly healed. But the two ought to be combined and alternated. Some solitude, some society. Solitude will give us an appetite for people, society for ourselves. And the one is the cure for the other. Solitude will allay loathing of the crowd, and the crowd, the ennui, or the ennui of solitude. I love that balance. I've been getting a little bit too comfortable staying home, being a home person. I spent years being a front man in a band, out every night, jamming out to the max, playing the role. And then I stopped the sauce, and all of a sudden I became a hermit.
Mm-hmm.
I got my online friends, and they're the best friends I've ever had in my life. But I'm starting to force myself to go out a little bit more because it's not good. Starting to get a little dusty, starting to get in too much of my own head. And, with everything going on in the world, it's good to get out, have a little recreation, see people outside, shake it up a little bit, talk to people that aren't RPG creators, no, get away.
Bye.
What do you
Bye.
do for fun?
Normies.
Go Dungeons and Dragons. I kind of do that kind of thing, but without the elf ears. Yeah. So balance, everybody. Get out there a little bit. Mix it up. Give your brain some relaxation. So that brings us to this. Neon Lord.
Yes.
Can't stop, won't stop. Battle Binders, go.
Oh, well, Battle Binders are a project that other Brian, Colin, and I from Vast Grim, Brian with an I party, started doing. They're like A5 Trapper Keeper style folders with the Velcro and everything to fit your zine needs, mostly for the skirmish side of Neon Lords. Violence, Action, Cash Prizes is the name of that side. And then Brian's got all his Vast Grim line going into it. as of right now, and then we're planning on another launch down the road to add in more guts to where you can have like the dividers and like hex paper in there and like all your cool things. Maybe a little like measuring tool for your skirmishes that fits right into the binders. And I'm gonna put in a little trade secret. I don't know if Brian's gonna get mad, but we also are working on pouches that have a zipper pouch that puts your line of dice right into it.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Really cool. But it's all coming. It's all in the works. It's a line that we're passionate about, and hopefully will extend beyond our lines, and other games take note and want to come join the Battle Binders.
What's where can they find out more about this, Bri?
That's a good question. Ed's in the chat. Ed, can you pop in that link? I don't have it handy. I know, like originally we weren't going to do binders for the skirmish game, Squirmish, and the Neon Lord side of it, and it was hardcover books. It was going to be hardcover books, but then like Brian had kind of like a moment of clarity, if you will, Pulp Fiction style, where he's like, well, what if I like put it into the binders and we make them into zine sizes to where we can add battle packs and add more supplements into it to where your binders. And so I was like, let's do it. Let's throw our hair back and check it out. And so far it's been a pretty good response. So hopefully it keeps going.
And is this a crowdfund situation?
Yeah, so we originally crowdfunded Squirmish and the Neon Lord stuff a couple months back, and then we used GameFound for the fulfillment side because it has a forward-looking front to try to get more backers in the back end, essentially.
How is your experience with that so far?
Well, see, that I'm just the looks of the operation. The other
Brian, okay, you're the face.
Yeah, I'm the face man.
Yeah.
He's doing all the nuts and bolts on that end of it. So, but GameFound's not bad. Like I know as in the fulfillment side, I used it for my first Kickstarter, and it's not bad. And it's free to use as a fulfillment part.
Awesome.
You don't have to pay money. Like BackerKit takes a chunk and all that.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna be sweeping money into bags. This is a beautiful idea that everybody I think is going to connect with. So well done on that. And speaking about crowdfunding, everybody, our friends, and I say that with sincerity, our friends over at Exalted Funeral, what a supportive group of people over there, have an awesome project. It has launched. They're, I'd say, more than halfway through with 30 days left. It just launched, and that is The Job Box Set Edition. Leaning into the narrative story-driven genre. In conventional RPGs, winning or losing is irrelevant. This game, however, has a clear objective to pull off a heist. You either do it or you don't, and that is going in the chat right now. Check out our friends over at Exalted. They're doing great work right now, and I'll tell you more than ever, this is the time to support companies like that as we are in kind of a crazy state of affairs with taxes, tariffs, and manufacturing. So support those wonderful people at Exalted. They're doing great stuff. I want to, before we get going too much further, Spellman, you're a genius. You got great stuff going on in your head. He said our imperfections can define us when we were talking about typos, and that really stuck with me. That's cool. So embrace your imperfections. All right, very cool. So we have the Battle Binders. We have that. Hotel Exorcist is hitting mailboxes. And I got great news today, or yesterday. I got word that the WHPA, all the BackerKit stuff is hopefully going to be landing in a port in New York around May 9th. So more to come on that. And we'll see where we go. I want to thank everybody for not giving me a hard time by adding $10 to everybody shipping to pay for the tariffs. Man, that's a lot for a guy like me. It's a lot for a lot of people, and hopefully I'll be able to give that money back in a refund if everything changes. But more to come. It's going to happen. Look out for the little people. All right. So now let's get into the chewy nougat of the show. All right. The inside of the calzone tonight, and that's why we have Dark Guy Tony and Dark Guy Jay, the Mystic Punks dudes. Now, Mystic Punks just got over a successful Kickstarter, a crowdfunding campaign. You guys really pulled off a beautiful thing. I've been following you guys for a while. I've been following Mystic Punks for a while. I originally knew it as a solo game. And as you know how it is. I never was a solo game guy until recently, when it's harder and harder to find time. So it really got my gears going. Then we started to talk, and I was very humbled and appreciative that I got to write an adventure for you. So I got to get really into the system. There it is. There it is. So you guys have a long history as a collaborative team. Tony, I know you've been doing zines for a long time. You guys are both artists yourselves, and you do great work supporting the arts. Jay, are you in Athens, Georgia?
Athens, Georgia. Athens, GA.
And you're doing some great work with some art communities down there. Tony, you are located in Virginia.
Richmond, Virginia. River City.
Also involved in arts and education. We got a bunch of educators. Thank you for all that you do. But let's get into the weird now. All right, let's talk Mystic Punks. Started out as a solo RPG, 2016.
2016.
All right.
Almost 10 years.
Almost 10. I mean, that's a big deal, guys. And then you guys got together, and how does this collaborative team work?
How did all this gabagool get together? Yeah. I'll tell you. So Jay and I knew each other when we were in graduate school at Ohio State, all the way back in 2001. So 20 plus years we knew each other. Friends then, definitely kept in contact afterwards. And then Jay found out that I was doing this RPG zine, Mystic Punks, and he was running RPGs, and he's like, this is awesome. I want to help you with expanding this, doing more in terms of group play. And I was like, yeah, let's do it, because I'm a ding dong when it comes to rules. And it just really it took off even more from there. So yeah, excuse me, we've been really, really lucky to have the backing of Exalted Funeral and all of our fans, and when we do conventions, just the positivity that's all there, and we want to keep this going as much as we possibly can. And to your point, Joey, like, yeah, keep it weird, keep it so it's inclusive. Just get everybody on the boat and do it.
An interesting point, Tony. When you say keep it inclusive and keep it weird, the weirder things are in this community or this hobby, it's the more inclusive things are. Yeah, there seems to be a continuum. As you go more into the weird, I've just met kinder, more not accepting, but embracing people. Yeah, right. Yeah, and I mean, Jay and I both come from not just Jay. Correct me if I'm wrong, for sure, and I know you will. Like, our tastes definitely dive more into the trashy and the bizarre, and I've never seen Jay play a serious RPG. I can't, simply because I totally agree. I can't.
Yeah, I can't do, like, if we're doing Game of Thrones, like high espionage, it's like I'm gonna fart. I can't do it. And there's no disrespect.
My wife's doing the nails over here. She's cracking up.
Yeah, it's like I can't. I mean, no disrespect to that.
That's none of us.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like
I play serious RPGs.
Well, last game I played with you, you were a little sister trying to stop us from fighting vampires. So I don't know how serious you actually get.
Yeah, that and again, like right. With Jay and I just got back about a month ago from Gary Con. Amazing experience there. Missed you guys. It was really solid. Big shout out to the Epic Level crew, David Hoskins. Yeah. David Hoskins, Ben Mara. We had a great it was really, really fun. And yeah, it just proved again, just like even with all this crazy shit that's happening right now in the world, this is a strong community, and this is a community that is like in it together, and hell or high water, we're gonna push through it, like in a very positive sense. So yeah, I'm gonna get another beer. Okay, bye.
These are games, but I think these communities are much more than that.
100%.
With it, I think that we can change the world with what we're doing collectively.
Maybe not in the Eric Clapton sense, but I feel like we can.
Well,
but like we're building inclusive
No,
communities.
absolutely, you're 100% correct.
We were all the weirdos growing up. Look at it. It's still not the D&D and all that. Sure, it's got its commercial boom right now, but there's a whole other faction. Those dark corners of cons where we all kind of magnetize together. And there's some real social movement behind that stuff too. So don't think just because oh God, he's got boxes now. What's he doing?
Long boxes.
Oh God!
What's
Well,
in the
no,
long
I'm
box?
not. I'm not trying to interrupt. No, everything continue.
You guys packing up his office while we're having a conversation.
No.
All right, excuse
I'm
me,
not.
Tony. So Jay, the gentleman of the pair.
No, I just want to.
Oh,
You're going into.
Yeah.
Let's. We'll get into this more, but it warms my heart that you're doing. Have you been getting into the Mutant Massacre? Have you been?
No, I'm not there yet. What issue?
Oh,
what line is that?
This is. I'm sure it's in the Unlimited. It's
What number? What number?
211.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still in the. I'll look it up in a little bit, but I'm still in the late 100s.
That's the Dazzler. Here you go. You get some Punk Storm.
Wait a second. Dazzler dies?
No, Dazzler doesn't die.
He's just fighting Juggernaut.
Oh, I think
doesn't die.
And that's like the prime Dazzler costume too.
Yeah.
You like that one? I like the disco one.
No, disco one's too Ben Grimes for me.
Well, I'm more Ben. Well, you know how I think in my taste.
I know you guys are more 70s for sure.
Well, that's how I started to read the Claremonts because
this is when Claremont like really hits it. Like
it's iconic.
I'm at 172 right now. We're going to Japan with Wolverine.
Oh yeah. You're getting
It's John Byrne.
Yeah, right? That's the ninja craze that's picking up. Like
that's Shutter right there. That's Bry's. That's Bry's bag.
It's a great book.
Jay,
it is.
So you guys met? You guys were talking about the rules, and what was one of the big keys of turning solo into group play?
I mean, when Tony told me about his zine, I mean, obviously the concept just spoke to me in a very deep way. I mean, just like the kind of grungy photocopied zine, and like the subject matter, just what I just really latched on. I just thought it was right to play at a table where you're kind of looking at each other and laughing and coming up with ridiculous premises. What was your question? You said,
the transition from solo, like you were, Tony stated, and I've read this and I've listened to this, and everybody, you got to check out the Vintage RPG podcast.
Oh, thank you.
With Tony, Stu and Hambone do a great job talking about the whole epic of Mystic Punks. But moving from solo, he said you're the rules guy, Jay.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And you should make a Mystic Punk shirt that says "I'm a ding dong for rules."
I just want to interject there real quick. I mean, I think what Jay's trying to say is that he just kept harassing me.
Yeah,
to make it.
I kept every day. I was like, "Hey, we should turn this into." And I said "we" as if we were already working together. He relented.
Yeah, Brian got me into the whole idea of solo play. Like you've showed me a lot. You've done stuff for Neon Lords, and it's cool. It's interesting. I think it might even be harder to write solo rules than it is to make group rules.
Yeah, it depends on how you're. It depends. It's a completely different beast.
Yeah, people play solo games in different ways.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
Mystic Punks is played in a slightly different way than other solo games that I've seen.
So tell me,
writing.
what's the difference? What makes you different than the rest?
Well, I've seen it kind of models a lot of kind of traditional RPGs,
Okay.
rather than the heavy journaling and writing that I've seen in other solo RPGs.
Good
Yeah.
point. Very good point.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm getting thick into writing, I just love getting into all those nooks and crannies of the weirdness. And if a character's death is going to stop that, I'm like, F that. Keep reading. He's alive. Like, so because I've had players say like, well, what if this happens? Is this okay? And I'm like, yes. Well, what if this happens? Yes. It's like, I'm not gonna like, this hobby of ours is about having fun.
Yes.
It's like that's like cardinal rule. So
Contrary to what many believe, I can't believe how many people spend so much time arguing within RPG circles and forums and all that. Like, you're wasting time. Go write an adventure. Go roll some dice.
yeah, 100%,
Absolutely.
100%. So yeah, if so, all those that are out there playing Mystic Punks solo, are you doing it right? Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's the golden rule of role-playing games in general, I think. If you want to have a good game as the dark guide or as the judge or whatever, just say yes. Yeah, sure. But, or yeah, sure, and.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
No, we're escapists. That's the last thing we want to hear. No. You can give it a try. That's why we got dice.
Yeah, exactly. Let the dice decide.
I like your game a lot because there's no classes. I think that that is a really cool touch that opens the door to a lot of really weird creativity. You know, you're a punk with magic powers. Go.
Yeah. It's also really nice, like at the cons too, to have those players come up with just the most amazing backstories. Jay, tell them about the one that had the wig, who had like the powder as a soulbound weapon.
Oh,
yeah,
you should, because I forgot.
I forgot too. That's why.
I remember that guy, but I forgot. Was there a backstory to that? I don't remember.
Well, wasn't it sort of? It was sort of like French Revolution, like tall wig, like
powdered wig,
like a powdered dandy,
like I was gonna say a dandy, yeah.
Like so in Mystic Punks, everyone is given, in addition to knowing magic, their soulbound weapons. So a weapon that will never leave their side, can never be taken away, et cetera, et cetera. Very video game rules, so to speak. And this one of Jay's players was like, well, mine's going to be this powdered wig that didn't it keep like growing?
It kept growing through the game. I remember.
It kept growing through the game, and it's like, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's like, we're not saying no to that. Or if like a player says, like, can I be a dog? I'm like, of course.
It's just numbers, right?
Yeah, it's just
yep. But yeah, I mean, going back to your other question, Joey, it's about like what I brought to it. I think that kind of opened up the whole idea of the soulbound weapon, and just kind of like opening up the kind of creativity for people to identify with their character in a different way than they had been before. They didn't have to think, I'm a thief. They're like, oh, well, I have a friggin' powdered wig as my signature. And people really have taken to it. Wouldn't you say that, Tony?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I asked that question because it goes back to what I read from Seneca of get out there and try to collaborate with people. That can be a scary thing. Like, it's very easy to sit in your basement, type stuff out, press print, and you're all set. But man, Brian, the hours you and I have spent together just talking about random stuff, you know, just throwing the spaghetti at the wall about different rules or how we could make this either like simpler. I think a lot of our conversations are, how do you just make this simpler so we can have fun? Right. So it's not a math project.
Yeah.
You know, I can't do that by myself. So everybody out there in Spaghetti Land, reach out to somebody, even if it's not going to be official, like throw it their way. What do you think? How could I make this better? How could I make this weirder? How could I make this simpler? And Tony and Jay, you guys present so well as a team. It's great. That's why I really wanted to know how you guys keep that bond going. You know, you're two individuals, you might have similar interests, but you're all contributing to one painting kind of, you know, and that can be, you gotta figure out who does what.
Yeah, it's a big healthy dose of gallows humor too.
Sure.
We'll definitely text each other and be like, "I'm feeling super low today, bro."
Listen, there is no greater truth than that. You really have that crew. Everybody out there, find one or two people that can be your text buddy, that can throw you the life preserver on those dreary Tuesday mornings where it's
Yeah.
like, why am I even doing this? Nope.
Yeah,
You need somebody to hold you accountable. You can't put it all on your shoulders yourself.
for sure, for
So
sure.
this is what I ask then, because it's defined many different ways by many different people. Mystic punks. To you guys, what is punk and how does it work its way into the game?
Ooh.
I think for me, I mean, I think we've both agreed that mohawks and leather jackets is not what we define as punk, right? Like that's just the marketing.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I've always been drawn to punk because of the kind of DIY culture and ethos.
Yep.
And the fact that anything you can do and achieve anything, and you can do it on your own terms. And I feel like that's at the heart of RPGs. I feel like gaming really hits that in a way that even music never really did, because music was always tied to an external industry, whereas RPGs
Mm,
live in your brain, right? You just need a pencil, like you said about John Hambone's game, right?
Yep.
So I feel like the music side is important to me just because I love music.
Yeah.
But it's more of the ethos. It's the DIY nature to it, and of course, you know, just all those trauma movies with all like the punks in there.
Oh, you are in the right spot, Jay. Absolutely. But I agree with you too, Jay, because I know you're a musician, and your son is a musician as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That's awesome. I always felt I had bands for a long time, and I always felt when I was writing, a lot of my stuff was story driven, a lot of murder ballads, Nick Cave kind of stuff,
mm.
tell spooky stories. But
I'm
like there
so
was
intrigued. I'm so intrigued.
oh, we'll get to yeah, we'll talk about that sometime. But the reciprocity, yes, you're feeding off the energy of the crowd, but like they were the audience, and like I really think found my niche in expressing myself through role playing games because it's a tale as old as time. It's a bunch of people around the fire sharing traditional stories, the hero's journey. It's something that we can share, and you can't do it by yourself, which I think is the coolest thing about this. This is not a hobby where you can curl up in the corner. If you want to do the group RPG, it's got to be with a
Sure.
group. And I think punk, the community aspect of that shines through as well. That ethos. Tony, you've done zines for a long time, right? Was that before RPGs or was it co-mortal?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, as you can see, the comics, like I'm just surrounded by it, or where. So I was making comics a lot, definitely in like the early aughts, and this migration into RPG just sort of seemed it, because I definitely have roots within like 2E, D&D, like it's there, but I was absolutely doing at that point, like we're talking like 2007-ish, 2010, and more indie comics. And I had the pleasure of working with like a lot of amazing cartoonists back then too. That's actually when I started making acquaintance with Ben Mara. So it's been really awesome working with him for a while.
Yeah.
So it just felt right at that time, 2016. I didn't really want to draw that much anymore. I do love drawing,
Yeah.
but I felt more like just making a story essentially. And then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just make a solo RPG zine and see where this goes. And like it really, to my surprise, and very humble about this, like it was so awesome that it got picked up and the steam got rolling there, and Exalted picked it up from there. But yeah, that's pretty much like what that trajectory was.
How
for
did you
it.
guys how did you guys get involved with Exalted?
Actually, Matt Kelly reached out to
Kelly, yeah.
me, like when we were doing the zines, and this is back in the days I think I mentioned this maybe in the Vintage RPG podcast as well too. This is in the day of Google Plus.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so I guess like a little bit too. It's in in 2010, 2011, 12, like indie comics had Tumblr, and I saw like a lot of amazing cartoonists, like indie cartoonists that were getting their start from Tumblr, and I liken that to like what Google Plus was having
Okay.
at the time with like indie RPGs, and it was just a lot of networking from there. And yeah, Matt reached out and said, "We'd love to distro this," and I'd be like,
That's awesome.
"I'd love to make it." And then it just went from there. And then I had my first son in 2016, and so it was like sleepless nights. I was like,
Yeah.
"This zine has to get done right now."
Yeah.
So
I've been there.
yeah, so it's but yeah, it's been awesome. But also to Jay's point, just real quick, going back about punk, Jay's always said really amazing things about how punk is so it's so different than just being a normie. Like Jay, I remember when you would run games and you'd be like, what makes you different? Why are you not a normie? And the players would love to dive in and be like, well, this is why. They get all jazzed up about that.
Yeah, I mean, the book itself talks about like it is about like being an outsider.
Right.
So I mean that's definitely part of what punk is, I think.
Yeah.
So
The
Jay,
biggest. Oh, go ahead, Joey.
go ahead. I'm sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, what is the greatest beat 'em up video game of all time?
That would be a question for Tony.
That's going to be Streets of Rage 2.
Oh, very nice.
That's a good choice.
It could be Final Fight, but I'm going to go with Streets of Rage 2 because of the soundtrack.
Oh, I listen to it still to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Bar none.
It's a banger.
Absolutely. Like if we're talking about, but what it pushed for home, God, look at what you did to me. For home consoles, for the Genesis home console, like it just pushed it to the freaking limit.
Absolutely.
So yeah. But I love Final Fight. I love the Bengus artwork that went into all the characters. It's pretty hard. It's pretty hard not to like that. That's a golden era for sure. That 80s, 90s. What is yours? What do you think?
I go with Violent Storm.
Oh Jesus! No, deep cut. Okay.
I wouldn't expect anything less from.
It's got a great soundtrack, and like the sprites are really, really big. I always enjoyed that about Violent Storm.
Yeah,
and it's kind of like Fist of the North Star ish.
Oh,
like pseudo post-apocalyptic kind of. Not, I mean, I know Fist of the North Star is way post-apocalyptic, but it always had that feel for me for some reason.
Yeah. I know of Violent Storm, but I never played Violent Storm.
You got to play it. It's got a great soundtrack too. It's more obviously it's like CD quality because it's never had a home port.
Oh yeah, it's never for sure. Oh, thank you for that question.
Oh yeah, Captain Commando's always good.
Guy myself.
What'd you say?
Pit Fighter.
Oh, get out of here.
Pit Fighter.
Midway, like early Midway, like digitized photos.
Yeah. It's like when my friend first got the Genesis on the street, like he had Pit Fighter, and we're like, "Oh my god, it's real people! This is incredible."
There's a freaky thing in Pit Fight in the arcade, like going back to the arcade and playing those games in Pit Fighter was there. Freaked me out as a kid, like because it shows like the Lord Homunculus, like like he's the main boss at the end.
Yeah,
like sort of pointing at you. Being like 12 or 13, I was absolutely like, yeah, let's go, buddy. But it's amazing to see like this sort of B movie quality of this dude to be like, you're next.
An interesting thing too is Midway did a Judge Dredd side scroller that is like digitized and you can uppercut and everything like Mortal Kombat. And as you're going through Mega City 1, there's a lady in the background walking a pet Goro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's wild. It's like, holy crap, that's awesome. It's a killer game if you ever like. It's obviously on emulation. I've never seen a cabinet in the wild, but it's definitely fun.
Shane in the chat said that classified Paperboy as a beat 'em up.
What?
Oh, really?
Don't listen to him.
I love that.
Hey, Shane. Hey, let's all give Shane our love. He and his wife had a baby.
Oh, congrats.
Hey, congratulations.
Jay, I'm distracted because I'm looking behind you and I see a whole bunch of things I want to break into your house and steal.
Yeah.
So I see a ton of DCC stuff.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Is it?
I
I think that's amateur hour compared to some of you guys out there.
I see some Call of Cthulhu. I see your 5e stuff up there. And are those all records right behind you, or are those
Yeah, these are my records. A random record here is Death's Scream Bloody Gore.
Oh yes,
Ooh, good
wonderful.
That's a random pull from that. Yeah, this is my nerd shelf, I guess. I just have a bunch of games there. Way too much. Now this side is taking over that side.
Yeah, that happens.
That's
I've been
the dilemma. Well, that's like the collector dilemma of the pie chart, or like that chart that always moves, you know? I don't know what that's called. You guys are the educators. I'm just the weirdo that pretends to hang out and be smart. But like, because you got toys, like I collect toys, video games, role-playing games, records, VHS tapes, like it's all, I just collect way too much stuff, and it's always like, it's whatever I'm on the biggest kick that week is what I'm like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, never
What have
ending.
you been listening to late? Like, what's like 3 things that I gotta listen to?
God dang. Oh, I've been listening to a lot. I mean, I'm really into modular synths.
Yep.
I've been following this person named Lula York.
Okay.
Loula York. She does she's British and she does like live modular synth.
Okay.
Which has a distinct sound from like electronic music that you're kind of used to.
Yep.
I'm really into it. I find it very inspiring.
All right, I'm going to check that out.
Mm-hmm. Oh God!
2 more.
Two more. Me?
Oh, I have to keep going.
There's one from each of us. I'll pull out a record.
Okay, let's do that. I'll take the pressure off Jay. All right, Bri, what do you got?
That cattle decapitation, baby.
Cattle decapitation. All right.
I'm a Death Atlas. Death Atlas, like on the modern cattle decap, is my favorite album of all time, but this one still rips.
All right, very good.
Now, hold on. Well, I got it.
I don't have my records right next to me. I just got 2 random ones right here.
Yeah, geez, everyone. Oh, geez, I don't even. Well, all right. So I suggest you all listen to this.
Oh, Legend I mean, yeah, Ricky O, the story of Ricky is one of the greatest movies of all time.
I don't have any records on me right now.
I don't even know if I have any movies.
Oh, yeah. I'm actually listening to a lot of. I'm actually listening to the Revolutionaries disco dub a lot, like a lot of like a lot of 1970s Channel 1.
Okay.
Reggae. Yeah, it's near and dear to my heart. So yeah, nice. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't have any records anymore.
I have. I would say something new that you might actually like is Austin's "Being Dead."
Ooh.
They're from Austin, bunch of youngsters, and they have a new record called EELES, which sounds like eels, but it stands for Egg Lilac Sash.
Egg Lilac Sash. I was close. Yes.
Yeah. So this is a very good record, and you can see how young they are. So
wow.
Yeah.
I would definitely at least go check this out. This is an amazing record.
I will check that out. So we got Cattle Decapitation. We have Lula York and Being Dead. We have Ricky O. Just
Have you ever seen it, Joey?
I have not seen Ricky O.
Oh.
What? All right, stop the train.
It's a phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm giving it to you now.
Okay, thank you very much. I've been wrapped up with episodes of Kojak. I've been watching Kojak like it's going out of style lately.
Ricky O's like Kojak. Way above Joey's level.
Yeah. Excuse me.
No, it's not. It's one of the greatest. It's the greatest prison movie of all time.
Absolutely.
Prison movies. I do like prison movies.
I wouldn't even
It-
classify as a prison movie. It's
No.
more of a spiritual.
I would say, how about this? How about this? If you're doing more of a 1970s, then
Oh,
There you
yes,
go.
Comics.
beautiful.
Yeah,
that's on my list,
that
actually.
looks
That's on my
fantastic.
reading queue.
I
Yeah.
do
You
have
can-
one more for you, Joey. I have
Go
one
ahead,
more for you.
Jay.
And it's because I was looking up recently. I was looking up the synthesizers that were used by Charles Bernstein on the Nightmare on Elm Street
Yep,
soundtrack. So really, that whole Nightmare on Elm Street 1984 soundtrack, phenomenal. All
Wow.
I think it's on Oberheim's. I thought they were on Prophet 10s, but or Prophet 5s, but it's all on Oberheim's. And he even apparently had like a Yamaha DX7 and.
There's something
Again,
very special about
crazy.
that soundtrack. You're
So
speaking my language.
Yeah.
I'm a synth guy myself. I've been listening. I'm a huge Suicide fan, so I've always loved them. Algebra Suicide. It's just stuff, some of that pioneering. I've always the craft work and all that, but that really basic early synth stuff I love.
Very primitive stuff. I love it.
Yeah.
Love
And
it.
I've also, everybody too, I've been listening to the first Giorgio Moroder album,
Oh yeah.
Son of My Father. Not
Oh.
Cynthia.
It's not Cynthia at all, right? It's
Not
all-
Cynthia
No.
at all.
Yeah.
No, this is just crazy gigolo. Like,
Does-
I'm running from the cops. I love it. Yeah.
It's really
Does that have Underdog on it?
Yes, it does. It
Yeah,
does.
yeah. It's an amazing song. That's an
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
So
that's yeah.
those are our music picks for everybody out there in Spaghetti Land. Thank you, Tony, for throwing in a movie and a comic too, so we can do that as well. So what's the future for Mystic Punks right now? It's in production.
Yes. So we sent out a Kickstarter update actually just recently. It is at the printers, but because of all the cluster fuckiness of the tariffs
Yeah.
going on, we're just waiting to get definitive word about how we're going to be moving forward. Thank you to all of our fans that have been supportive about this. If we are absolutely committed to bringing you this project, it is going to happen. We're just waiting to hear definitively like how we're moving forward, especially I believe with just production itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
While that's happening, we're hoping to like produce like smaller projects that kind of expand
Yes.
our game with like alternate rules and not necessarily classes, but definitely expansions of what you can do. Like for instance, Dead Hills Mall is all like about psychic powers. We're gonna have Hot Jungle, which is like a G.I. Joe. Like, yeah, it's gonna be amazing. It's so good. I know in the pipeline there's gonna be a Garbage Pail Kids
oh yeah
of it. There's
What?
gonna
Wait,
be,
whoa. Go back to that. What?
Yeah, Trash Kids coming 2028.
Goodness.
Trash Kids.
Consider Brian and I sold.
Yeah. And let me see what else is happening. Oh, you were going to be talking about the Psycho Realms, expanding the Psycho Realms, talking about comics, like maybe doing some comics and different ideas going on forward. It's going to be amazing.
I love everything you guys put out. I'm fanboy over here.
Thank
Joker TV. Tell everybody about
Oh,
Joker TV.
Yeah, we recently finished an official live play sponsored by Exalted Funeral on Joker TV, and they do like this crazy acid fueled public access style broadcast. I would say it's not for the weak of stomach and of eyes, but it was an amazing session. It was all set in fantasy Athens, and we have a bunch of really like cool local guests, and yeah, it was amazing to see. And we purposely chose a group that were younger, and they brought their own like younger RPG energy, and it was amazing. I was very blown away by what happened. So check it out. It's on Joker TV.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
Thank you, Zach, for running that. Thank you, Zach.
Zach,
I got to catch up on those. I love the production, obviously.
Yeah.
It's like eye melting.
You guys are kindred spirits. I knew that from the first time I picked up. I think the first thing I got was the solo rules long time ago on drive through, and I've just been collecting everything since then. You guys are doing something special. You guys are friends of the Rats, and if you ever need anything, reach out to us. I'd love
$50,
to.
$100.
Yeah. So you got Joker TV. You got that stuff coming out. Good luck on everything.
Yeah.
We all of us creators will get through all of that. We'll find, this is what we do. We make things work regardless of the situation.
I can't wait to hang out with the two Bryans in a month, right?
Sadly, I won't be going to MomoCon.
Oh,
yeah, I had to
no.
back out. I had to get a real job.
Oh, well, I guess that's a good excuse. But the other Brian, yeah. So
yeah, other Brian actually might not be there either. I don't know. I shouldn't say that live because I don't know for a fact. But I thought there was something that he had going.
We'll fix it in post, Brian.
Yeah. Well, I could be. I probably way wrong. I don't know. I talk to so many people. I could be like way wrong, but.
Well, I'll be there. So that's all.
Okay, so Jay, you're speaking of MomoCon. So MomoCon is in Georgia.
Yeah, it's in Atlanta in the end during Memorial Day weekend. Huge anime and fantasy convention. Big, really great gaming section run by Jenny. I forgot Jenny's last name, but she's awesome. And so I'll be there. Brendan LaSalle will be there. He's always there. So
I know Foxy is very excited to hang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, he will be there. He won't have battle binders. That's what the dilemma was.
Oh, no battle binders.
Battle
can I just say that I said this earlier? Battle binders is a paradigm shift for our hobby, especially our little corner. I am waiting for the template, the InDesign template with the 3 holes on there and how you guys figure that out. Because I will use it in
I could give it to you. I have it.
I'll use it in every Missing Punch product. So it'll be Battle Binders compatible. I'm saying it right now.
I feel the same way, Jay. I think this is
just
awesome.
Jump on the line. I know we're doing a Shadow Dark one. We're doing a I forgot what the other one Brian's doing. I'm gonna be doing a Dungeon Crawl Classics one with a Wizard Van spray painted art on it.
Beautiful.
And then I know we were talking about bringing on 3-2-1 action potentially. WHPA we want to hit up.
Please, come on. Yeah,
and
it's about
Mr. Punks, obviously, like get a nice line of awesome Trapper Keeper. Well, Battle Binders.
Battle Binders.
I mean, we own battlebinders.com, I believe, and I think we're gonna it's going real deal. Like trademarking
awesome
and everything.
Oh, that's rad.
That's amazing.
That's awesome. That's great.
So into it. This is it. This is the Eurorack of our hobby right here.
I hope so. I need a strong win. I don't want a real job anymore.
Yeah, seriously. Tony, do you have any cons coming up that you're doing or anything like that?
No.
All right, that's fine.
You're in you said you're in Richmond though, right?
yeah. No, I'm at my real job right now. I'm just working through that and I'm always creating though. I'm always writing. We'll see what type of fan fiction I can pump out.
Well, I want to talk about your fan fiction.
Let's meet up at the Guar Bar and we'll hang out.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not.
My buddy Wayne down there.
Yeah, Wayne Snyder's down.
Yeah, I know. I know Wayne. We're passing ships, but I know.
What a beautiful
I know Wayne.
human being.
One of the best.
Yeah.
Great guy, man.
Wayne.
He's just one of the best people I've ever met.
Yeah, Wayne's awesome, and Wayne knows. I know Jarrett Crater, and
Jarrett Crater's a great guy too. That's just a good. This is the thing. This is what I'm talking about. This is such a great group of people. There's not a dud in the mix. So
I mean, Andrew,
weirdos, start making stuff. No. It's all weirdos in the mix. There's not like a bad, like a creep. Well, look at the mustache.
No.
There's no normies in there's none of the bad normies in the mix. All right, Connecticut folks, if you are around New England folks, I'm going to be at Under the Dice Fest coming up in May. That's right around the corner. They got games. They got skirmishes. They got they got bands and tattoos.
Wow. Don't they have chained at the bottom of the seaplane?
Chained at the bottom of the ocean. Bolt Thrower 2. Melissa, who is awesome. And Disfigure. There's a Dungeon Synth show the next night. Azaragroth, Unsheathed Glory, Steaming Woodlands, Chip Topaz, Sepulchral Blood, and Taconic Peaks, Flames of Orion, and Beneath a Dying Sun, and tattoos, games. I got a booth. It is going to be a hoot.
You're gonna get a tattoo?
Yes.
Of what?
I don't know. I got to see what they have for Flash. I'm going to get something right off the.
And you
right
know that's going to be Killer Flash, not like when we tried to get tattoos.
Yeah, I mean, probably a Morning Star. I'm going probably with some sort of.
I would hope so. I was going to suggest something.
Wand of Orcus.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Let's say it this way.
I already got a Wand of Orcus.
It'll be some sort of weapon or cultist.
A second one.
Depending on their. I'm assuming that's going to be part of the Flash.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Some kind of Chaos Knight clad in spiked armor.
As they say, don't threaten me with a good time. That'll be fun. So, guys, I want to do this again because we didn't get to cover half the stuff I want to talk to you about. We could go on for hours about comics. Oh, no. You're not getting away with that. Listen, which one of you has a problem with the pineapples? Tony.
We can talk, Paisan. We can talk.
What's the problem?
DJ?
Yeah, I don't know. I see. That's what I'm saying. Here's to me and I've said that I say this all the time. The perfect pizza to me, I'm saying, is you must have fish and fruit. That's it. Fish and fruit.
Not one or the other.
My order is sardines and Calabrian peppers. Hello.
Sardines and Calabrian peppers. Where's the fruit though?
That's the peppers.
Peppers are fruit. You were in the
Really?
Mystic Punks. There was a huge fight about it. Like, there was a huge.
Okay, so wait a second.
Because,
okay, so listen, I get banana peppers and pineapple, or I get banana peppers and anchovies.
Wow.
You know what's another good one is jalapenos and pepperoni.
Yeah,
that's a lot of heat.
Oh yeah,
that's gonna hurt. Yeah,
but you know what? I found out.
It's a great pizza.
Hawaiian pizza. The origin of Hawaiian pizza is not Hawaii. It's actually
not.
Canada.
Yes, of course. Blame it on the Canadians.
That even makes
yeah,
it
and
even
it's
more
like
mad.
canned pineapple too, right? Like, isn't that like the
It's Hawaiian
shtick?
Yeah, you got to get the syrupy, slimy pineapple. I mean,
I will say pineapple, ham and pineapple on a Pizza Hut like style like crust is good. That's the only way I'll do it.
I to each their own. I love it that people love it. In Noda's basement, there would never be pineapple.
No, you're right, Tone.
It's like there'd never be.
Well,
but again, the Discord's blowing up over this.
This is also the country that we went and there was fries on top of a pizza. So the Italians are like, you can't trust them as it is. Right, like never trust a Sicilian when life is on the line. Right?
But I will say, like, what is my current favorite pizza? Like,
okay, let's talk. Okay, Paul, go ahead. We'll let you back in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If you're gonna bring me, like, what am I gonna get? Is it gonna be Grimaldi's? Yeah, they're amazing. Grimaldi's is amazing. Patsy's amazing. Yeah. But it's always going to be Pepe's white clam.
Yeah, okay. That's a beautiful pizza.
Fish.
Fish.
Yeah,
mollusk. Yeah. I agree. Like, I'm not going to go to Pepe's or Anne's or any of those down there and get, ask for pineapple. But like,
no, it's
I go to another place. I'll go to the we got a lot of the Greek pizzas around here. I'll go to that. I'll go there. Not that there's it's a hierarchy, but it just doesn't go. Like pineapple,
exactly.
With a Pepe's pizza.
Yeah, and like a Neapolitan, it's a specific pizza that it's got.
Yeah, I'm not going to get pineapple on a Sicilian. That's
right, exactly.
It has to be, my wife agrees. It has to be Greek. So
I will encourage everyone to go visit the Pizza Crimes subreddit.
Pizza Crimes. Oh, I gotta see this.
Yeah, r/Pizza Crimes. And I saw a full English pizza, a full English breakfast on pizza.
That is fucking blasphemous.
I will say,
I would try.
I would try. I'd
try anything. I need if there was a dictionary on top of it, but but that's something else. Like beans.
Beans,
Beans, bangers, and mash.
yeah, and the blood sausage on top. That's
Well, man, the Brits, man. No wonder we had a revolution. That the food.
Listen, what is it with you and Canadians and the British?
I don't know.
It's just funny. I don't, especially Canadians. It's always funny because it's only to Garrett. Like I'll make fun of Canadians to Garrett all day because it's just me and him ribbing.
Marzio was going to choke you out.
Yeah, but he's technically American, right?
Yeah, what is he? He said our friends in Canada. He's more southern than Detroit or something like that. Yeah.
So I'll real quick story.
Go ahead,
We're wrapping up.
No, keep going. We're not wrapping nothing.
We're at
hard stop at 2 a.m. We said
Yeah.
It was super amazing with when we were at GaryCon. Ben Morrow was with us, and he's like, "Guys, I gotta get some baby back ribs," and we had to go. Where did we end up going? Chili's.
Chili's.
We ended up going to Chili's. Yeah, because they don't have it. Yeah, they don't have it in Canada.
No, and the worst part
they don't have it.
he's only 3 hours from me. I really need to like go meet up with him.
Yeah, go. Yeah. Oh yeah. Bring some Chili's.
Yeah.
Chili's to go.
Because he did the Neon Lord screen art that's on the battle binder, and like I sent it to him, and I told him I was going to give him one, so I'll hand deliver it to him. It's an excuse to go to Montreal.
Yeah. We had an amazing time going to a bar called the Rustic. Big shout out to the Rustic Pub for those in Lake Geneva. Cheese curds.
Oh yeah.
Dill cheese curds. This place was spotted cow on tap, cheese curds, and the whole kitchen was literally right by the bar. Big, he was just frying it up like for us at 2 a.m. Just like making it happen.
Oh yeah, fried
Rustic
cheese
Pub.
curds. Phenomenal stuff.
Amazing.
That on a pizza. They haven't done that yet. That'd be nice.
That'd be nice.
Fried cheese curd on pizza?
Oh yeah.
I do it.
Of course.
I do that.
Why not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything can go on pizza, as we've learned from this conversation.
You had a nice piece of pizza today, didn't you?
Oh yeah, like the Pepe's spot like that we went to is one
the
of my
Pepe's,
favorites.
not our Pepe's.
Not the Pepe's. Not the is Pepe's one of those
You take it back. Watch out.
Is Pepe's one of those
Watch out.
a pizza places or whatever, however they say it? It's not pizza, it's a piece.
Yeah. I always thought, yeah. Like the guys that had the construction, there's a bunch of guys in my town. They all their construction companies start with A dot, so they're the first in the yellow pages.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
That is absolutely phenomenally smart.
But I think Pepe's is a beats or something like that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. The clam pie is good though. The white clam.
The white clam
but
is
so
amazing.
then Pepe's is New Haven style?
Yeah.
New Haven, yeah.
Trash.
You know, there's some people who would not consider that real pizza.
Some people, but also people consider New Haven to be the greatest pizza style of all time.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
What's the take on Chicago? Do we like Chicago?
No.
I like Chicago,
No.
but you know what?
This is an East Coast
I don't
stream,
care.
please.
No.
Put some pancit on a pizza.
I believe there's a lot of overlaps between Filipino and Italian culture.
100%.
The Pope?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I think the Filipinos and the Italians got a lot in common there, Jay.
There you go.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely. Your pizza.
Yeah, Jay, we're working together. We have a lot in common. We have a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Jefferson in the chat said Chicago pizza is not pizza, it's pizza casserole.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Oh,
a Chicago pizza fan.
I don't find that offensive. It is like a casserole.
Yeah,
it is.
it's not pizza.
But of course, there are some Chicago people who would say that's not Chicago pizza. It's the
Right.
tavern style up north is the Chicago pizza.
You know, we're always.
what's the?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna say for Joey, what's the perfect Christmas dinner?
Oh.
Okay, look. I got it.
He's already sweating over it.
Well, what's the perfect
Listen.
Christmas dinner?
Listen, I was going on. Oh boy, Here comes.
Buon Natal. Buon Natal, by the way. Let's go.
We just had Easter. Buona Pasqua. So listen, I fell off the wagon. I've been a vegetarian for almost 5 years.
And I sleep better at night knowing this.
I know he's been the devil on my shoulder.
The meat devil.
The whole family, we were all vegetarian up and about 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Okay. Oh, whoa.
We weren't just vacation vegetarians. We were vegetarians, pescatarians.
Yeah. Oh,
5
okay.
years. COVID and all that, we went nuts, stopped eating meat. I had Raisin Canes. My daughter was not a vegetarian.
Out of all things.
Well, we were driving.
I know. It's just funny.
I'm like, we're going to do it. We're going to do it.
Breaking edge.
My wife made wonderful chicken enchiladas last night.
Oh.
So what I'm saying is, what I'm getting at is, in my family, it's every single holiday is my mother's meatballs. And I think I really hurt my mother when I became vegetarian, because she thought just because they were her meatballs, they were exempted from vegetarian.
I'm here to tell you, you did. You did hurt her.
There's 2 times when I hurt my mother. The first time I got a tattoo and she cried. And basically the week where I stopped drinking and stopped eating meat altogether. Now my parents think I'm the most boring person in the world. I thought they'd be happy. Hey, you're taking care of yourself. Like, what's the matter with you? Why aren't you having a drink? You just made all this steak. You're going to let it sit there? Like there's something the matter with me. So back to that. It's all. Oh, you know what my mother used to make every Christmas too? She hasn't, because we're not eating as much meat, is brajol. My mom made the best brajol in the world. I would sprout brajol, and she would only make it on Christmas. So it was a very special thing. Tony, it looks like you know what I'm talking about.
I absolutely do. Yeah, I have the pleasure of being first gen American. Really? Yeah. But my father was born in Italy. So it's my grandmother. When she passed, she
it's the
she was the cook. And so, I mean, for Christmas it was the approximation of like the 7 fishes. So bacala, the calamar, some manicotti. But the interesting thing, like, so it'd always be like the fish dishes. The majority of it would be my better half, my wife. She's also she's half Italian as well too, and I didn't know until I moved to the West, because I'm originally from Ohio.
Yeah,
I didn't know until like I was mispronouncing everything, mozzarella, manicotti, like until because I'm pronouncing it from like, well, my grandmother, she was from Southern Italy, so it was sort of So I mean, it's whatever I heard, but all the East Coast was, I was pronouncing everything wrong, essentially. But it's always good to hear another paisan talk about their food and like what they love regarding that.
Because it goes far beyond just sitting down and having a meal. It's
Anthony Bourdain, right? Is like the king
for sure.
Of the king of like more than just a meal. Real quick, Jefferson in the chat wants to know what part of Ohio you're from.
I'm from right outside of Youngstown, Ohio. I was born and raised born and raised in a very small town called Howland.
He might know it. He said he was raised right across the border in PA. That's like right there, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I used to work in you'll like this, Joe. Let's talk about working class. I worked in a steel plant.
Just a steel town girl on a Saturday night.
I'm totally Billy Joel. I worked my dad worked in steel for 40 years in Sharon and Hubbard. So yeah, I mean, it's I'm in the Rust Belt. That's where I was. Where are you from?
He said Beaver Falls, PA.
Oh yeah, Beaver Falls. Yeah. Big shout out. Yeah, big shout out.
So big pizza talk, and we're all just chasing those TMNT2 slices in the beginning of the movie.
They did make those pizzas look good.
Phenomenal.
Hey, can I just say that I think, to me, the greatest beat 'em up arcade game is the TM Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. So like,
Side scroller?
what?
The side? What are you talking about?
No,
Like
the
side
TMNT
scroll?
beat 'em up in the arcade.
Arcade.
The first one where the hotel
Konami.
or the apartments are on
Oh,
fire.
yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. The ball comes down, all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Shredder's Revenge is really, really good too. For a
That
modern
they
It
brought
is
that
good.
Up, yeah.
It
like
is good.
really good. And then they got a Samurai Pizza Cats one coming out. If you're a fan
Oh, I saw that.
of
yeah.
that show, I'm very excited for that. We're
That's
big
very
Samurai
cool.
Pizza Cat people in this house. My kids are
Brian-
obsessed with it for some reason.
Brian, you'll like this. I picked this up.
Oh,
yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah. I got it.
Beautiful.
You got to send me pictures of the inside because, like, I'm trying to
It's-
emulate that look.
That is
So
gorgeous.
Oh,
look at this.
oh,
So good.
yeah.
And then and this came. Oh, my oldest took out the poster, but that's all right.
Yeah, I mean, that's what
It's all right.
for.
It's
He's
what it
grounded.
is.
Remember
He's
this
grounded
poster
till he's
well. Yep.
Oh,
Beautiful.
yeah.
Do you ninja?
Wow.
Oh
Look
my
at
God.
Joey's
I'm saying
head
right
is about to
here.
explode.
I need a Joey Royale, Brian Shutter. We need to do a ninja thing.
Brian, when
Maybe
you say
they-
it, like the
I know you done
the
ninja. I
laid
love your
out like
ninja
that.
work.
No.
I love your ninja
What's
work,
that? I
Brian.
couldn't hear you, Jay.
I mean, I really feel like Nintendo Power and all those game magazines really, if everyone emulated that to lay out dungeons, like
Yeah.
RPG
So,
dungeons.
If you
That
go,
and the Metal Gear ad with all the
oh my
weapons.
god! If you
Oh,
go and check out the new layout spreads on the skirmish thing for the Neon Lords one, I'm doing it like that. So the skirmish like tabletops, I've been doing in like a 8-bit, 16-bit, and then pulling out like and then having like, okay, this is like here. I'll it's there somewhere.
So good. So good.
But I'm trying to do it as more and more because like that not only is it a vibe, but it's like, you know, like aesthetically pleasing to look at. And if you could do like dungeons, like side-scrolling dungeons and stuff, like
So
in,
good.
I
in
mean,
like a
it's part of our
Nintendo Power,
DNA now.
right?
Our
like,
generation. That's what we know. That's what we grew up with.
trying
It's
to
not-
yeah, trying to get there because how awesome would that be?
All right, this
This
is
is
what
going to
it
be a
is.
Dockman
This
95.
is what it is.
and I
Binders,
want to reinvigorate
side-scrolling
Ninja City.
dungeons.
So
Come on,
Tony, if
everyone.
you're game, let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's
Oh, I
do
love
it.
I love this so much. Tony and Jay, I've been following you guys. Oh yeah, there we go. We got a Tony dance. Tony dance. Tap dancing extravaganza.
It's not official until we all sit down and have sushi and a gummy dessert. Because I'm telling you, it's magical.
Oh,
We
you
hugged.
guys,
We all hugged out in a parking garage somewhere.
It was amazing.
In like
it was
90
it was so
degrees heat.
it was so hot. I was gonna say it was so fucking hot.
I could.
God
I
damn
don't
it.
even know how I made it back to my hotel. I think I got
Yeah.
lost a couple times, but
I don't even know. I don't even remember dinner. Let's put it that way.
it didn't. Thankfully, it didn't hit me until I was on my bed, and then Trevor Stamper and Nick Barron were talking about living Greyhawk, and I thought I invented it in my head. Like they were like, I couldn't believe some of the stuff they were talking about. I was like, wow, did I just make this up? And then I realized in the morning, like, I did not make this up. It was them
I
talking.
want to have you guys on again because we have a lot more to come.
Please.
Oh,
Please,
100%.
please,
Yeah.
please.
You guys are true kindred spirits, and what you're doing for the hobby and communities is amazing. Not just in role-playing games, but I did a little research before this, and I was really impressed and inspired by what you guys do in your actual communities and the stuff that you're putting out. So thank you guys a lot for being
Thank
who
you.
you are. My love to both of you, and Neon Lord always, my bro, to the end. Peace to all the sewer rats and everybody in the comment section. You guys are all wonderful people, and you are keeping that bright light shining through dark times. But that'll pass, as Leonard Cohen says, as Levi reminded me the other day. There is a crack in everything, and that's how the light gets in. But that is not my knowledge before we go. I always speak about our inner 12-year-old, and if he or she was standing there right now, would they be proud of the person they are becoming? So act in that manner so you keep your 12-year-old proud, because that 12-year-old exists still. And Mr. Gaiman from the same book agrees. I'm going to tell you something important. Grown-ups don't look like grown-ups on the inside either. Outside, they're big and thoughtless, and they always know what they're doing. Inside, they look like they always have, like they did when they were your age. The truth is, there aren't any grown-ups, not one in the whole wide world. There's always time for fun. There must be time for friends. And I love you all, and I hope you take care of each other. Be proud of who you are, regardless of what's going on around. And you always have friends at the pizza party to help you out. Hop on the Discord. That's what we're there for. Jay, Tony, Brian, all of our friends. Keep on going. We got your back. You are not alone. Stay weird. Stay punk. Have fun. Ciao, paisans. Until next time. Good night, everybody.
Adios.